Hey YouTube, back again with another video. Today, another topic that I want to talk about. Today's topic is how to handle it how to handle it when someone makes you feel less than, less than because of something that you were supposed to know. And the reason I say less than because you are not less than, we are not less than, and your worth is not dependent. Your worth is not dependent upon what you know and what you don't know. And two, the reason why I say um when you don't know something that you were supposed to know is because that's subjective to everyone. Like everyone have different experiences, different everyone has different experiences, different things. They grew up differently, or everyone process things differently. Not all two people are alike or the same. So that's why I put that, and that's why I did that. And I wanted to talk about this because I recently had a situation like Wayne was a well, this is an occurrence. Well, this have happened to me before. Let's just say that, and recently, where yeah, I recently had a situation like this that happened, and all throughout my life, where people try to make me feel less than because I was supposed to know something, you know. And in some situations we probably do should know something, but at the same time everybody process information or differently, or everybody think differently, or everybody, you have different experiences, or just because it came easy for this person to learn it and it was easy for them, that don't mean it's going to be easy for you or for whoever to learn it. Like this person could have picked up on a concept and picked on something like that, but while this other person's struggling to learn it and still trying to learn it. And I feel like too, people need to have grace. You need to have grace when that person is trying. They trying. Like don't. You ever seen them people? I hate them people to be like, oh, he just slow or she just slow. They can't get it together to save their life. Like, you ever seen those people that just literally make fun of you and try to make you feel less than because you don't know a certain thing, or you don't know this, or you don't know that, something that you were supposed to know, even though, yeah, there are certain things we supposed to know, but like I said, everybody process things differently, and everybody grew up with different experiences and different, no two people are alike. So you can't say, in some cases, I guess, yeah, you say you were supposed to know that, but for the most part, I feel like this. I'm starting to feel like this is subjective to everybody, and this is different to everybody. This is dependent upon the person and their experiences. And I want to talk about this because this recently happened to me where there was something that I was supposed to know, but somebody, I'm not gonna call no names, I'm not gonna say no names. If whoever you watch this channel, I love you. If you this person that I'm talking about, you know who you is. I'm not calling you out. I'm not calling no names. But if you watch this video, which I doubt you will, cause you don't watch my YouTube channel, no way. But if you do, I want to say I still love you, but that's not okay to make somebody feel like they slow or like they less than because they didn't get the hang of something like you did. But yeah, I want to talk about this and how to handle this and give tips of how to handle this. First of all, I want to say, you may feel like, dang, I should have known this, or dang, I should have known this. This is common sense, or whatever, as people like to say. Well, that's common sense. You know how people like to throw this term around. Oh, that's common sense. Oh, she don't got common sense. He don't got common sense. That's just, you know what? People love to throw that term around, common sense. But I would say the first thing I would say is allow yourself to feel, because you are going to feel like, dang, I should have known this. Dang, I'm thoughts may come in your head like, what's wrong with me? Am I slow? And no, you're not slow. You're not slow. But those thoughts may come in your head. Allow yourself to feel how you're feeling and process that. Allow yourself to feel that because, you know, in order to get past that. Like, don't try to act like, oh, I don't care, or oh, don't try to act like you don't care, or if that person, what they said really affected you. Like, you don't have to let that person know. If that person is a vindictive. That word just came out. What I'm trying to say, if that person is an evil person that is trying to make you feel less than, you ain't gotta let them know that what they said hurt your feelings or how you feel. That's up to you. But you could, but at the same time, don't run from it either, because you gotta. That's something I'm learning in my life, is that, especially lately, is that you gotta deal with your emotions, and you gotta deal with not only emotions, but whatever it is that you're dealing with, you gotta deal with it. You can't run from it. Don't it'll catch up to you, and it'll literally mess with you. It'll literally catch up with you in the end, and it won't be pretty, because a couple things that I didn't deal with, like health wise, which I don't have no bad. Not saying I'm in bad health or nothing like that, but health wise, and a couple things and other things in my life, I didn't deal with it, and I stuffed the emotion and stuffed it down and ran from it, and it wasn't good. And now I'm just like, okay, I gotta go sit back down, and I gotta go re-deal with this again and come up with solutions and brainstorm. Okay, how can I move past this? How can I deal with this? What are the solutions for this? And I want to make another video too, talking about how to, from my personal experience, of how to deal with things. How to deal with things, like from my personal experience, like how to sit down and literally deal with it from my personal experience. I'm not an expert at all, but just from my personal experience. And two, I want to say, a lot of times, when people, I'm just gonna throw this in here. When people say, "Oh," because I heard this a lot. I heard this a lot. Somebody told me this. I ain't gonna call no names, but somebody literally told me. They said, "I can't listen to y'all young people." I'm 24. I'm 24, and they told me, "I can't listen to y'all young people because y'all don't know what you're talking about. You this, you that, your younger generation." And I'm gonna speak about this too in another video. I want to talk about how, when you put people in a box and when you put age on it, or that person young, they don't know nothing. I'm not gonna listen to what they got to say. They ain't got nothing to tell me. You actually block your own blessing. And I want to talk about that too, because this person literally, I had not only this person, but I had a couple people literally say, "Oh, y'all young folks don't know nothing. Y'all young folks don't know nothing. I ain't got to listen to what y'all saying or none of that." And I'm just like, okay, you put an age limit on people and putting people in a box. You are going to block your blessing. You are going to block your blessing. And I have to let these things out, because I got it, it was on my mind, and I also want to do a video on these things, because I feel like this can help other people too. But I'm going to do a video on that too. But yeah, going back to this, recently a situation like that happened where a person tried to make me feel like, someone tried to make me feel like I was slow because there was something that I didn't know. And I want to say the first tip to deal with this is to don't run from the emotion. Allow yourself to feel like, okay, allow yourself to feel those emotions and those thoughts. Notice them when they come up. Allow yourself to feel those things. The thoughts of, okay, something's wrong with me. I'm slow. This and that. Not saying you gotta accept it, but process it. Allow yourself to feel those things. Because if you try to run from it and act like you don't care and this and that, you ain't got, like I said, you ain't got to let that person know that you care or that it affected you. But just process it with yourself, or you and God, definitely you and God, and tell the Lord, like, "Lord, this person hurt me. This person made me feel slow. What is the truth about this situation? What is the truth about me? Like, what do you think about me, Lord?" And the second tip I have is, wait, what was the second tip I had? The second tip I have about this is that, I'm sorry, my brain went blank. It's gonna come to me, y'all. The second tip I had about this. Oh, the second tip I had about this is to get a mentor or someone that can teach you life skills, or whether that's a mentor or, yeah, that's my second tip, is to get a mentor or someone that can teach you these things that you need to know, or that you are supposed to know, or that you don't know, to fill in a knowledge gap. Get a mentor or someone to teach you. Because I notice a mentor really shortens the gap. Like, a mentor really shortens the gap. Or not even just a mentor, but also, like, having people in your life that, Or even if it's online communities, having people online that can tell you, okay, this is this, this is that, this is how you do it. That really helps a lot. Instead of just feeling like your worth is dependent upon the person that put you down, or like, oh, I'm nothing, or I can't do nothing if this person don't teach me. No, you don't. I'm thinking of it like this. Okay, you put me down, but guess what? I don't have to just I don't have to just rely on what you telling me. I can go outside of you, and I can get a mentor or other people around me, like people that know this particular thing or know how to do this. Because a lot of people that tell you that you're slow and stuff like this, they think you don't have a support system. They think that you just dependent upon them and you can't learn the information or get the information outside of them. They think that they just so on a pedestal that they can look down upon you and put you down. But that's the second tip I have, is to get a mentor or someone that can help you answer your questions and help you learn what it is you're supposed to know. Like, learn, aka slash learn outside of that person. Don't just depend upon that person. 'Cause that usually 9 times out of 10, those people that try to make you feel bad because you don't know something. I'm not saying everybody, but 9 times out of 10, those people be the main ones, or be the ones that say, "Oh, you're nothing without me. How you will ever make it without me?" Those be the ones. But I'm not saying everybody. But yeah, my third tip is going to be to um similar. It's a similar tip. The third tip is to surround yourself with community, positive community and people. So whether it be, even if it ain't no one in your life that you could, like, even if it's online, surround yourself with positive community and uplifting people, even if it's online. Because I know positive community and people, that really makes a difference. Even just a community of like believers, that makes a world of difference. And they have so many different communities. Like, they have arts and crafts communities. They have Christian communities with other, like, with our brothers and sisters in Christ. They have cooking communities. So many different communities. Whatever you trying to learn or skill you trying to get good at, or whatever you need to know, try to find a community of other people. Because, or even just people in general. It don't have to be about that thing you learning or that thing that you are supposed to know. um it don't have to only just be about that, but surround yourself with community and uplifting people, because I really feel like that's really honestly how I'm able to continue to go on, even though there are some people that they try to put me down and stuff, because I have dealt with this a lot. But having positive community and uplifting people around me, it really helps me. And then the fourth tip I have for y'all is, wait, what was the fourth tip? Oh yeah, research and ask questions. Whether that's going on Google asking questions, YouTube, whatever you don't know, go to YouTube and learn it. Go to Google, ask questions from Google, ask AI, ask other people, ask mentors, ask other people that are just like it. Like, let's say if you're trying to get in a particular um hobby or whatever it is, ask other arts and crafts people, or other programmers, or other bookkeepers, or whatever it is you're trying to do. Ask other people and mentors, and use all the resources that you have, free communities, and just whatever you have. Like, research and ask questions. That's the best way too, I have found, to defeat when a person's trying to make me feel less than. Because usually I would struggle with this, but lately, when this person try to when somebody when someone tries to make me feel less than because I don't know something, or I'm supposed to know this, or they not being understanding, or whatever the case may be, seeking the information out, whether through YouTube, through Google, or however, or even asking other people, that really helps me out a lot. That really helps you out a lot. And the next tip that I have for you is, or have is, okay, what was the next tip I have is to continue learning. Continue learning and believing in yourself. And I put these two together because doing both at the same time, I notice both helps me. If I'm just like me, this is just me personally. If I'm just believing in myself and I'm not learning and taking steps and putting action towards something, like if I'm not taking the steps and believing in myself at the same time, then if I'm not doing both, then it doesn't work for me personally. But you know yourself, and you know yourself better than anyone know you. Then you take what works for you and what leave what doesn't. But that's the next tip is to believe in yourself and continue learning and believe in yourself, both in the same tip, because that's what I find really helps me is when I'm doing both at the same time. Like continue to believe in yourself, but also continue to learn what it is you want to learn and what it is you need to learn, and fill in the information gaps. So, because you know we can never learn too much. That's one of my favorite things to do is learning. I love to learn. And yeah, that also has been helping me come back when a person makes me feel less than. And the last tip that I have for y'all is if you don't know, you don't know. How can how can you how can you how can you get mad at yourself? Even though I understand it, because I have got mad at myself for certain things I don't know. But how can you get mad at yourself or beat yourself up for something that you don't know? If you don't know, you don't know. Give yourself grace. If you don't know, you don't know. And this tip came from my dad. My dad literally told me. He said, "If you don't know, you don't know." That's what my dad told me. He said, "If you don't know, you don't know," and that shocked me. But I won't go into detail about that. But it shocked me that my dad said that, because I'm just gonna say this because usually my dad don't say that to me, but it shocked me that he told me, if you don't know, you don't know. But yeah, if you don't know, you don't know. You just go and try to seek out the information. If you don't know, you don't know. You just go and try to seek out the information, whether that's through YouTube, Google, AI, asking other people, a mentor, or however you see fit to seek out the information. And when I say things that we don't know, that's different from person to person. Like it could be things that you need to know versus things that you want to know, and this is just different for every person. Like you may need to learn how to. Let's set just some examples. You may need to learn how to get You may need to learn a math concept because maybe you probably, for some people they could be like still in high school. They could be in high school. They could be in high school. They may need to learn a concept to pass a math test. And for some people, they may need to learn how to um how to cook a certain dish, which yeah, it depends on the person. And then for some people, it could be something too that you may want to learn, that you may really want to learn. Like you may want to learn, okay, how do I you may want to learn interior design, or you may want to learn different arts and crafts. Like me, I love arts and crafts. I'm big into arts and crafts. Like I need to do it more. I need to get back more into it, which I slowly am. But you may want to learn how to do arts and crafts, like crocheting, more of crocheting, knitting, embroidery, painting, drawing. There's some that some people may want to learn. Some people may want to learn how to a certain language. Some people may want to learn how to break dance or how to. I heard somebody recently call it top walking. I never heard that, but that's a cool name. I recently heard somebody call it top walking. This person may want to learn how to do hair, or go to school to be a cosmetologist, or go to school to do hair. This person may want to learn how to do hair. This person may need to learn how to fix a certain thing that they looking to fix. I mean, they want to fix that part. That makes sense. That I was saying. Sorry, y'all. It was something that I had to go see about. But yeah, like I was saying, it's depending on from person to person. This person may want to get better at math and learn math. This person may need to learn a math concept to pass a math test. This person may want to learn skating. This person may, it just depends upon the person. This person may need to learn something. There are things that we need to learn, and there are things that we want to learn, and it's dependent. It's dependent from person to person. So I hope these tips help y'all, and y'all have a beautiful day.